Hey there everyone, welcome to the Griffin's Nest. My name is PC Ghost Platt. Today we're playing Sea of Thieves, which is an open world pirate sandbox style adventure game that has a very heavy PvP aspect to it. If you're not a huge fan of PvP, then this game may not be for you. Though in general, most of the players I've encountered are actually pretty nice and don't attack you unless you're participating in a PvP event already. There are, of course, always going to be those players that are just going to attack you regardless. But that being said, it's going to happen. It's a pirate game. So let's jump in. If you're new to this game, you'll need to create a Microsoft account to be able to play because it saves all your pirate data to your Microsoft account / Xbox profile. So we're going to click Start Game, and it's going to load us in to the pirate generation screen. Now, all of the models in this game are pre-generated, so you're just going to want to scroll around, see what you can find. If you don't like any of the models particularly, you can press page down to regenerate the offered models. Take a look at them. If you see one you like, you can press 1 to save that pirate as an option. And what it'll do is it will regenerate all of the pirates but the one that you've selected a favorite for. As of so far, I'm not seeing many I like. Oh, well, actually, one. Like I said, see, that one stayed, the others regenerated. Do this one, maybe 2 more times. You know what? We'll go with this one. Pirate selected. Yes, I'm sure. You just press enter when you've selected the one you want. Now, if you're a new player, the game is going to suggest that you do the Maiden Voyage. As a matter of fact, it's going to force you to at least start it. But you can either complete it or you can exit it. For the sake of this video, we're just going to run through it really quickly, just so everyone can get familiar with the basic controls and some of what to expect. Plus, going through the tutorial gives you a reasonable amount of gold to start the game with, which is actually nice to have because the gold allows you to buy your various vanity items, which is all that's really available in Sea of Thieves. It's different weapons. All the stats stay the same no matter what weapon it is. So a pistol is a pistol is a pistol. A cutlass is a cutlass is a cutlass. It's just the look. And it doesn't offer any real benefit. So that's part of what you use your doubloons for. The other thing you can use your doubloons for is buying your own ship, which is definitely something that I recommend doing. I'm, with my regular character, working on saving that money myself.
You look a little worse for wear, my friend. You must be on quite the journey. I should eat something if I were you. A full belly can do wonders for your spirits. Once you're in good health, we'll speak properly.
Eating food is the only way to heal in this game. As the tool tips are showing at the bottom of the screen, you press Q to open your radio menu on a mouse and keyboard. You can either press the indicated hotkey, or you can mouse towards the item that you want to select, and then you just release Q. It selects the item, and then in this case, I'm going to press left click to eat said banana.
You look better already. Maybe even strong enough to reach the Sea of Thieves. Don't look so surprised. These days they call me the Pirate Lord. But back when I discovered this place, I was just a bold explorer like you. I dreamt of finding uncharted waters filled with treasures and rife with danger, where every sunrise brought a new adventure. You've been brave to make it this far. Not many do. Now you've one last crossing to make. You'll want some trusty steel at your side, though. There's a sword in those trees whose owner doesn't seem to need it anymore.
Any important like treasure item or kind of like key item is going to have this type of glow to make it easier to see, especially from a distance. Left click to use your weapon. You can hold the left click and you get a sword lunge. X to put it away like it shows on the tooltip. We're going to talk to the pirate lord.
There's far more to being a pirate than a blade in your hand and a love of other people's money. It's about finding your way through ancient caverns by lamplight, digging up long-lost treasures, and raising a frothing great tankard of grog when you live to tell the tale.
So we're archaeologists.
For all that, you'll need the right equipment.
Treasure hunters?
Start by taking this old shovel. I stowed a few belongings around here back in the day. The map will show you the way.
So again, he's given us an item. It's a quest item, so we're going to press spacebar. And then we're just going to mouse up to the one map that we have, or press 1, release. If you left click, you hold up the map so you can look at it yourself. We're obviously pirates, so we're looking for X marks the spot. If you right click and have other people with you, it shows the map to the other people you're playing with. So we're going to run right over here. We're going to select our handy dandy shovel by opening the radio menu, clicking 5. Again, you can push the hot button and it'll do the same thing without having to click. And then we're going to dig up the treasure. You have to click each time you want to dig. There is no hold the button and continue digging. It's a click, 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 click after the animation is finished. If you want to run, you hold you press shift. And you can release it. It's not like a lot of games. Your run will stop if you're interrupted by something like you run into a rock or you fall off a little ledge.
Chest. Let's see if she still hides her secrets.
Most chests you won't be able to open. If you can open it, you'll see the prompt with the R. We're going to take the equipment. It automatically equips. You don't have to equip it at all. And as it shows here, you can flick your scroll wheel to switch between your cutlass and your pistol. Or you could press 1 or 2 to do the same thing. If we press Q to open the radio menu, we have the ability to select other items. We've got compass, a bucket, a lantern, a spyglass. If we press F to go to the second page, we have a megaphone for like voice communications, a banjo style clock, a hurdy-gurdy, a fishing pole, a drum, your trusty tankard, and of course an accordion. We're going to pick the accordion just because. We're going to left click to use it.
You look like a true pirate. There's plenty more to see, so why not stretch your legs and explore? I'll be here when you're ready to leave.
And we're going to very quickly just run through the island. Going to swap back to nothing because I don't need it. There are a couple of books here that have some basic lore information about the island and the Pirate Lord. You don't have to try to find them if you don't want to, but it'll give you some basic idea of what's going on. Like this book tells you about the Sea of Thieves and needing to give the region a name. At the top of the crow's nest here, there is a kind of like a hint to a hidden quote-unquote treasure. It's this key here. The Pirate Lord dropped his key when he was still alive. And once you find it, you can take it to the vault here. And you got gold you can grab. 25,000 worth. There's also a book here that I just accidentally clicked. If you're reading this, you've broken into my strongbox, which makes you a worthy pirate indeed. Worthy enough to hear my plan. Transferring this old stomping ground of mine into a safe haven for travelers has sparked something deep within my soul. It is the flame of an idea, a great tavern, far more magnificent than the usual pubs and alehouses, known only to truly legendary pirates. A den that sold only the finest plunder, where hard-headed adventurers and cunning sea dogs could swap stories of gold and glory. If you make it to the Sea of Thieves, and should your heart desire a real challenge, heed my words. Seek Athena's fortune. I shall be waiting. And that's a very direct hint to the whole legendary pirate stuff and the reputation system that's kind of in place. The Athena's stuff is handled separately from other quests, but apparently very much worth doing. I haven't done it myself yet. It's one of the reasons I'm making this video series is to show people how excuse me, how to play and how I play. Because as far as I'm concerned, there's no real right way or wrong way to play a game as long as you're having fun and you're not ruining the fun for other people. You want to always look out for things like levers, capstans, and items like that, because what they'll do is they can open they can open doors, they can drop bridges. You also want to look for pulley systems. Oops. I want to pull down. Because those can also open doors. Like in the case of this one, I'm pushing S to raise the door. You want to hold it till you hear it clonk like that, and then you want to push F to back away from the pulley before you try to move away. The reason we came down here is for this rowboat, because we want the rowboat, because we want to put it on the back of our sloop that we're going to get here in a few minutes. So we've got a 25,000 gold we're leaving the island with, and we're leaving with a sloop and a rowboat. The rowboat has some extra supplies for you to start your journey with, which is super convenient because you definitely want the extra supplies as you're adventuring along. Make sure when you're using a rowboat, you release the rowing controls so that the oar positions reset, because if you don't, you're going to end up going nowhere and wondering why all of a sudden somebody's just shot you out of the water with a cannon while you're sitting in a rowboat, or has sniped you with a pistol, or God only knows what else. There's some fun weapons in this game. Or at least there's some fun ammunition in this game. Let me phrase it that way. You go towards the back of your sloop. When you see that little prompt that shows up that says dock rowboat, you just press R and your rowboat will get automatically attached to the back of the sloop or whatever ship it is that you have, be it the brigantine or the galleon. Or if you're watching this video, you probably are just starting out or are just looking for basic information on the game. So you will have this sloop. So we're going to talk to the pirate lord here.
Well now, I say you're as ready as you'll ever be for what's ahead. Allow me to show you the path. The shroud is beginning to part, but you have one more task before your journey continues. You may be ready to sail, but your ship still needs repairs. Go and tend to her wounds.
That's actually a very important aspect of the gameplay. As you're out here sailing the seas, you want to make sure you're keeping up with the maintenance on your ship. Running into islands causes damage. Running into docks causes damage. Makes holes in the hull, which you need to patch with boards. If you're in a combat and your mast gets taken down, you have to come back to the set sail length. There's a name for this thing, but I can't think of what the name of it is. But you come down to it, and then you just follow the prompts. You hold S to pull back on the ropes, and it re-raises the mast. You go down into your hold. This barrel right here is your wood barrel. It has the supplies for repairing your ship in it. You use these planks to repair your mast. You use it to repair holes in your hull. And you use it to repair your wheel should it take a cannonball. As you're in combat or in a storm, your ship will start taking on water. You always want to try to make sure that you're keeping water out of your ship, because if it fills up, it will sink. I actually had that happen to me last night in the middle of a storm, and my ship straight up sunk. Before you can go anywhere, you have to raise your anchor. So you come to the capstan and you push around until it stops. You'll see this little gold bar here. They'll let you know when your anchor's up. You'll also just pop off it when it's done. To set your sail length, you push S to drop it. You use W to raise it. If you want to go faster in general, you keep full sails. If you want to slow down or be able to turn more quickly, you shorten your sail length. The set sail angle, generally you'll have to turn your sails to the left and right to be able to keep your sail full to the wind. This is something you want to do if you want to go faster. And then your wheel, obviously, pretty self-explanatory. Left and right. When you hear that thunk, that means you're at center wheel. But for the purposes of this journey, the only thing I really have to worry about is steering my ship. The wind is going to stay pretty much straight behind my sails the entire time. We do want to stay roughly to the center of this channel, just so we don't accidentally wreck a ship in the tutorial section of the game. There are two events that happen that are scripted during this. I will slow the video back down when we get to those, but other than that, I'm going to speed this section up. That way this video is not like 30 minutes. So we'll see you at the two little events that happen during this voyage. Okay, when you hear this music, you immediately want to start looking around your ship, because you probably got one of these hanging around it. You generally want to try to take it out with either cannons or your regular firearms, or hope you can outsail it. These guys can sink ships. I've seen it happen on other people's streams. I've fortunately myself missed having a Meg sink my ship, because I got to an island probably just before it actually would have been starting to attack my ship. That's just one of the possible dangers out here on the Sea of Thieves. We're going to take some cannonballs. We're going to load the cannon. Something you pretty much always want to have pre-done. R to load. Why is my ship turning so poorly? Ship, why are you all of a sudden going this way? This is bad. This is one of the things you can absolutely encounter out here. You will encounter skeleton ships, which is what that is. You also want to watch out for black water like this, because that is a kraken. And if possible, you want to steer around the black water. If you see it, the black water, you want to avoid it if possible. If you get in it, you're probably going to be sunk. I did watch somebody earlier today avoid getting completely and totally decimated by the kraken. They actually did a really good job. It was actually fun to watch. But yeah, again, black water, try to avoid it. Either drop your anchor so you stop before you get to it. Shorten your sails so you can turn faster. Drop your anchor and have, if there's two of you, have somebody on the wheel drop your anchor so you do a fast turn, which is a maneuver you can actually do. Just try to avoid the water if you can, especially if you're in a solo sloop. But with that said, welcome to the Sea of Thieves, everyone. In a minute here, we'll get another cutscene explaining a little more information, and then we'll move on from there.
Another new face. That was quite the celebration when you arrived. I'm not surprised you don't remember it. The Pirate Lord told me to expect you. I hope you're prepared for the adventure that awaits, and the danger. You'll need gold if you're to prosper, but there are ways to see to that. Several trading companies have a presence across the Sea of Thieves. Here on this outpost, you can meet with the Gold Hoarders, the Merchant Alliance, and the Order of Souls. Don't be fooled. These aren't the stuffy bureaucrats you're used to from the wider world. They'll readily pay pirates who are willing to take on work. Make yourself known, and they'll offer you voyages to prove yourself. Think of them as an initiation, or a way to make coin, if you prefer. You'll find your ship waiting outside, as well as food and supplies, if you know where to look. When you're ready for a greater challenge, come back and speak with me again.
Okay, and now we are in the Sea of Thieves proper. The mysterious stranger there is talking about more or less what the Pirate Lord's little journal there in his treasure hoard was indicating, that the legendary pirate adventures, that type of stuff, once you get to that point, you go talk to him, and then you can do that type of stuff. So that being said, we're going to leave this one here. I hope everybody enjoyed. If you like what you've seen, if you like the video, by all means subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell, that way you know when more content's been uploaded. Come swing by my Twitch channel so that you can see some live Sea of Thieves gameplay, Elden Ring, Dark Souls, or Final Fantasy XIV. And by all means, if you got any comments, please leave them below. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and we'll see you back here at the Griffin's Nest again for the next video. Till then, take care.